Welcome to the Motivational Institute, where passion and purpose will always find you. My name is Stacey Burrell, and today we're going to continue with my top 5 philosophies on how to level up in life. And guess what? We are at, I had to look at my notes, number 2. So number 2 is letting go of the past. Letting go of the past. So I was listening to a sermon this morning, one that I've listened to probably 100 times, by Reginald Sharp. And I'm going to put that link in the description box. And he started off this sermon. So the name of the sermon, the title is called If Tomorrow Could Talk. He starts off this sermon by saying, and I love it, he said, the greatest tragedy in life is for us to believe that God can only do what God has already done. I want you to sit and think about that. When we talk about letting go of the past, I'm talking about relationships, opportunities, things that we've held on to that are no longer serving us. Now, I want to make mention that I know that many of us have experienced loss, especially in this last few years. And my prayers go out to you. If you have lost a loved one, take your time to grieve. You know, there's different stages of grief that you'll go in and out of, and I understand that. And when I say let go of the past, that's not what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about the things that we look back on that are keeping us stuck there. I listen to Caroline Mice, and she talks to Oprah often about our path. And what she says is that when we look back on our past and we look at situations and say, that shouldn't have happened to me, right? Or this should have happened to me, or I should have had that. She said, that's when we go off our natural path, right? That's when we're no longer able to line up with our purpose. Because what we're saying is that my life should have been different. And so if we believe, in God, and we believe that there are no mistakes, right? And we believe that God uses everything, we understand that we're always on our path, right? If we can look back at our past and find something to honor about it, find something that serves us, that can help us in our present, then that serves a great purpose. Reginald Sharp says in this sermon, he said, the past is an egg laid by the present with a future in its shell. The past is an egg laid by the present with the future in its shell. That's so good. That's so good. So what I want us to do is just look ahead, look forward. Think about the next page. Think about your next chapter. What's in the cards for you? What's in the mirror? Like, what's ahead of you down this road that God has you on? And there's so much that we can be excited about. And I have several pastors, some are still living, some have passed on. Pastor Charles E. Blake of West Angeles Church in Los Angeles is one that I listen to often. And he also preached a sermon about the past. And he said, the past is like water spilled on the ground that cannot be gathered up again. It can't be gathered up again. It's done. It's finished. Right? And now there's so much more that we can look for and look ahead to. And he said, if you lose an opportunity in life, if you feel like you lost it, because I feel like there's no mistakes, right? If you lost something that you feel that you should have had in some way on your path, you're going to line back up with it, right? Or there was a reason that you lost that because that reason gave you the redirection that you needed to be exactly where you need to be. But he basically says the opportunities that we lost, relationships we lost, etc., whatever those things are, he said, if it died, have one funeral and get on with your life. He said, don't have a funeral every day. Not every day. Don't keep digging that thing up every single day, right? And going through this process of grief of something that you lost or something that you wanted that you do not have now, right? It served you. It served its purpose. So letting go of the past is really where we get our power from. It's really our way of telling God that, hey, I'm operating in faith now. I'm not operating in fear. I'm operating in gratitude. I'm not operating in regret. And this is going to give you that peace that surpasses all by knowing that there's so much in store for you ahead. So keep your eyes on the prize. Keep focusing, right? Look ahead. If you do have to look back on the past, let it be something that brings you joy, that brings you happiness, that you can say thank you to God about and continue to move forward. So remember, in everything that you do in life, don't stop, don't quit, and don't give up. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you soon.